Have you ever noticed that the more you grow, the more people around you start to act different? People you love, people you trust, suddenly distant, cold, maybe even hostile. And you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? Well, what if I told you, you didn't do anything wrong at all? You just started becoming who you really are. As I started healing, setting boundaries, speaking up, making changes, I noticed something strange. It wasn't just me that was changing. It was how people reacted to me. And not in a good way. Some became passive-aggressive, some outright angry, some disappeared. At first I blamed myself. But then I came across something Carl Jung said. When you begin to heal, you become a mirror that forces others to see the parts of themselves they've been avoiding. Their fears, their insecurities, their unhealed wounds. And that mirror, it's uncomfortable. So they break the mirror instead of facing their reflection. Jung talked about something called projection, when people push their inner conflicts onto others. And the moment you stop playing the role they assigned you, the quiet one, the fixer, the people pleaser, you become a threat to their carefully constructed reality. You didn't change to hurt them, but your change reminds them of how stuck they are. And that's something they don't want to feel. So instead of changing with you, they push back. They blame you, not because of who you are, but because of who they've refused to become. Why is that? Why is it that friends, partners, even family, are the first to turn on you when you evolve? Because, as Jung explained, we're all connected through something called the collective unconscious. It's the system of shared beliefs and roles passed down through generations. Families, cultures, communities all rely on you staying who they expect you to be. When you start breaking those patterns, stopping toxic cycles, saying no, choosing peace, you're not just changing yourself. You're disrupting their system. You're shaking the foundation of what they've built their identity on. And instead of joining you, they often try to pull you back. Jung also said every person carries what he called a shadow self, all the parts of themselves they deny or suppress. When you stop people-pleasing, when you set real boundaries, you're integrating your shadow. You're becoming whole. But here's the thing. Your wholeness can feel threatening to people who are still fragmented. Your confidence highlights their self-doubt. Your peace reveals their chaos. Your growth confronts their stagnation. And often it's not strangers who struggle the most with your growth. It's the people closest to you. Jung also said we all wear masks, what he called personas. They help us fit in, function, survive, but somewhere along the way, many people forget that the mask is not the real self. So when you stop playing the character they're familiar with, it feels like death to them. Not your death, the death of the illusion they depended on. They say you've changed like it's a crime. But what they really mean is you stopped being who I needed you to be for my comfort, and that's not your burden to carry. Jung believed that real growth comes from holding opposing truths together. Being kind but firm, open but discerning, loving but boundaried. And once you begin living from that balanced place, you're no longer predictable. You're not operating from fear, guilt, or shame. You're not stuck in the roles they assigned you. You've become free. And that freedom, that scares people because deep down they want it too. But they're still afraid of what it might cost them. The truth is, some people will hate you not because of what you've done, but because your healing reveals everything they're avoiding in themselves. Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But he also warned it comes with a price. You will lose people, not the people who truly love you, but the ones who were only attached to the version of you that made them comfortable. So the real question isn't why do they hate me now? The question is, are you strong enough to keep growing anyway? Because that's what real healing demands. And Jung was right. Your psychological evolution depends on it.